A lot has happened in the month of January, like Ayo said.
Yes.
And we're going to be taking a look at some of them.
I think the most recent should come first, which was yesterday's drama. News broke yesterday that the CJN, in person of Justice Walter Onnoghen, was suspended, and in his place we have an acting CJN in the person of Tanko Mohammed. This raised a lot of dust. It raised a lot of questions, from different quarters. And high on that list, we had a lot of people talking about how constitutional it is for the president to be the one making that removal or suspension, being the one to initiate it.
Well, people are saying he does not have the constitutional right to remove the Chief Justice of the Federation. And people are saying also that, look, some people are saying, of course, he does have, and there's a lot of debate about who's right, who is wrong. But the thing is, this saga has been on for some time, and he had allegations against him. I'm talking about Walter Onnoghen now. He has a lot of, like 6 count charge against him, and he was asked to declare his asset, which he said he forgot, but he didn't just turn up to do that. And people are saying, if you are the Chief Justice of the Federation and an allegation is raised against you, you should be able to act accordingly. Justice should be served. I mean, you have to prove your case. And maybe his refusal to do that has led to the step or action taken by the president.
We'll watch how it unfolds, basically, because I know that I saw the tweet of the president online yesterday, and I know that a lot of people had been questioning how swift he was to make that move, even though we have other people
were saying he should have stepped down. I should have stepped down.
I understand that, but I'm looking now at the president's side now, and how people are reacting to, he's saying that yes, it may be unconstitutional, but he has to think about what's best. He has to put the nation first, and in that regard, the suspension is in order. But a lot of people are saying that if he's that, committed, in quotes, to the welfare of the country, how come that same swiftness, that same aggression isn't seen, being transferred into the case of Ganduje and the kickbacks he collected, of course, allegedly collected. And, these sort of questions are the things that people are asking the president for. And this is coming also at a time, only a few weeks to the election. So it raises a lot of brows, it raises a lot of questions, even for me.
Well, we're not the professionals in this regard, so we can only leave it for our learned colleagues to do the needful and step in, and let's see how this is going to end.
And like I said, it's drama. It's a movie.
Yeah, Nigeria is.
We'll just watch as it unfolds. And Kenny, the rains. Is the rain back, really, in January?
Well, for me, it's strange. I don't think I've seen this happen before. Even if maybe once in a long time. It's January. It's supposed to be what people call the dry season. And now we are having the rains, in some parts of the nation, it's been quite a frequent thing, But here in Ibadan, I think we've had it a couple of times.
What could be responsible, though? I like to know whys. I like to get my whys,
Well, there are some questions you don't get answers to.
We should.
Because we are not God. We don't know
how.
We can't explain it.
This is a time where we're hearing all sorts of things about global warming and how if care is not taking, anything can happen. Let's just leave it at that. And really, I don't see, especially in this part of the world, I think abroad they're going more ecological, going green and all of that. But down here, we're still born
We're talking about that. Talking about that, we don't do a lot of tree planting.
That's exactly my point.
And I remember those days, those elites, those professors, when they build their houses, you see them plant trees, and all that. But now we don't do that anymore. Well, but let's put that aside. I think you agree with me that the heat was serious before the rain came.
So you're happy?
Yes, I think I slept.
Even though there may be consequences.
Well, let's just, God is on the throne. It was God that gave us the rain. Have you forgotten?
Okay, if you say so. Anyway.
So if he gave us the rain, it must be for the right reason.
Anyway, because I was just talking to someone sometime in the week that this is the time to start getting all those fancy rubber sandals and shoes, so that anytime the rain decides to do its own thing, you're covered and you have the shower cap. I'm talking for ladies, I don't know about this
but
guy here.
It's not looking
just have your shower cap in your bag ready.
It's not looking like it's something that's come to stay.
Are you sure?
It could be just a one-off thing, maybe.
Wow, it's possible. But still, it's better safe than sorry,
it's still January, remember. So what will happen when it's March, April?
Expect the unexpected, be unexpected.
Well, let's wait and see. But I don't think it's come to stay anyway. And also, we have the story of Ezekwesili's withdrawal from the presidential race. When you heard the news, how did you feel? What came to your mind?
I felt let down in a way. I know that a lot of people were looking forward to something new. A lot of people were happy that there's a little change to the narrative, especially when it comes to elections in Nigeria, particularly, apart from the fact that, okay, we have a woman, and not just any woman, a woman who is quite vocal, a woman who is a force to reckon with in many ways. She was
quite strong.
And so, when she now decides to say that she's withdrawing from the presidential race, this is the time we're asking for more women inclusion. And then, a lot of people would say that, are women ready? Are they this? Are they that?
I hope you didn't think she was intimidated into making such decision.
Well, the truth remains to be known. We can only know what each of the parties, are coming forward to say. She's saying that, she's not quite 100% sure of the
direction our party is going.
Direction and, the believability in some ways of the ideals of the party now. But this is coming only a few days. I don't get how this is just being unfolded.
But she said she did it in the interest of Nigeria, that she wants to be part of the coalition that will put an end to the APC PDP dominance at in the economic in the political
but constitutionally, can she do that in isolation from her party?
Oh, well, I don't know what transpired between her and the party, but she made the declaration. And of course, the party said they were not in support of it, and they were quick to declare their support for President Muhammadu Buhari, and that really got her. She felt that was a kind of betrayal, she was like, why would you do that? If you believed so much in him, then why did we go all the way or this far in the pursuit of the ticket in the first place? But either ways, let's just wait and see. She said it's not something for now, that she's hoping that in the next 4 years they'll be able to come together, form a coalition, and then see how they can put an end to the dominance of APC PDP in the
party is also accusing her of never being interested in the race in the first place, and that she only wanted to use it as a means to an end. And even though she has come out to, refute the claim by the party,
no, they said she's actually she wants
some
to be
concerns.
She signed the position of Minister of Finance or something like that. Well, for me, I don't think she has to make this decision to be a minister.
Okay.
All you need to do from what we've seen is just identify with a particular party, campaign for them, work for them, and then at the end of the day, if the party eventually wins, then they can give you a position, in the government. So I don't know, but whatever it is, maybe there are things we don't know that is happening behind the scene.
Really, it's saddening.
Time will tell.
Is.
But let's just wait and see. We can only trust for the best as far as the elections are concerned. And
just sit down with maybe a pack of popcorn and just watch all these dramas, they unfold. And also still on election matters, the INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, have come out to say that they have uncovered plans by some groups
political actors
to rig the election, or you can say to buy votes, by making use of food vendors around polling units. And this is in some ways funny, and in some ways it just looks plain ridiculous. Plans have been uncovered, but if you uncover plans, you should be able to point out. This is the election umpire we're talking about. You should be able to point out, okay, these are the people who are doing this, so that it serves as a deterrent of some sorts to others who might be watching or who might be planning to do such things.
Well, for me, it's been found out, but the act itself has not been. Do you understand what I'm saying? They've not done it. but they found it out. I think what they need to do is just put measures in place to make sure that they counter whatever plans those people have. And that's exactly what the chairman, what the next chairman is saying. That, okay, now we know, but we're also prepared for you. I mean, they said the plan is you come to the voting unit, and then they come around you, get your, some of them are saying that they will get your PVC from you and ask you to drop your account details, and then they'll wire some money into your account. And then you go and vote. Of course, show them evidence that, that you voted for them, and then they wire the money into your account, and that's it. So the chairman is saying that, look, even that may not be possible, because they are going to make sure that they block all these loopholes that, these political actors.
But is it really enough to say you're blocking loopholes? For example, okay, this one has been uncovered, and let's imagine that it has actually been blocked. Instead of just blocking and blocking and blocking, why don't we make someone a scapegoat, for example, so that the others know that, okay, this thing is not a game per se. It's serious business.
The act itself has not been perpetrated. So you can't catch it. You can't say you want to hold anybody. They've not done anything. It's a plan. It's still a plan. And what you do is to counter the plan. Well, outsmart them, and then put measures in place that will make it difficult for them to carry out the acts. That's what they're doing. And for me, they just need to be smart enough, because these guys their eyes are they're so desperate about getting into power at whatever capacity. So
I think that has been the theme majorly for this 2019 elections. You see a lot of people really desperate and would say anything, would do anything to get into power. And it looks as if the needs of the people, the clamor for better change, for things to actually change for the better, I beg your pardon, is being put at the back burner.
Everything still boils down to the people. It's the people that vote, it's the people that decide who they want to vote for, and they are the ones that go out to exercise this right. So if the people don't patronize these political, actors, they are not going to continue doing, it's not going to be business as usual for them. If they walk up to you and they say, I'm going to give you so amount of money, vote for me, and you're saying, no, I'm not going to vote for you because I don't believe in your candidate, nobody's going to kill you for it. I think it's high time we stood up for what is right and understand that these votes are our power. So we need to take the votes as seriously as we should, knowing that our future actually hinges on this thing. So that's just what we need to do.
Power to the people.
Power to the people. That's what democracy is. But it's so sad that the Nigerian people don't seem to know how.
No, I feel you. I actually feel you. You're talking about the power that the people have here. Yeah. And you're gingering us like, yes, we can go for it. I'm sorry. It's still breakfast weekend. And on the menu today, we have a lot of things. We have a lot of interesting things for you. Of course, we're starting off with something really interesting, especially for me, and especially for other technology savvy people. We're looking at cyber interactions, the good, the bad, the ugly.
And also we're going to be looking at, of course, we have a segment where we're going to be talking about encouraging sciences in secondary schools. Definitely. I think it's high time we also push that forward, because a lot that some young people who, that's actually their passion, and they feel one way or the other have not been encouraged. Maybe some people have talked them down, like,
or maybe it's the money, especially
or they feel it's expensive and all that. So we have someone who is who has taken it upon herself to educate these children and let them know that, look, you can do it. So,
of course, our guest of the week is someone you definitely want to meet today. She, well, you must have seen the promo a couple of times, and so you know that she's a beauty. She's radiant. She's breathtaking.
I thought this said beauty fades with time.
No, not in this case.
Really?
Because I saw it with my koro eyes.
Oh well, I can't wait. I can't wait to behold the beauty that AY seems to have beheld herself. Oh, well, of course, we are going to be, the program still continues. It's breakfast weekend. We have to go on a break now, and we'll be right back to discuss some more.